Going to be talking about how to market your business on social media, focusing making sure that you are able to learn how to build a strong brand identity, how to choose the right social media platforms as a business, and creating engaging content that converts.
So we'll start with why social media matters, for business. Because so there was a research done by Wildfire Study, so who have asked 700 companies in the digital world, and basically, why social media matters for small businesses. And the results are right in front of you. 88%, 88 percentage of business, it helps in boosting their brand. 85% it encourages an engagement between a business and its audience, and also it also helps in increase sales and alliances. And also it's a cost effective channel when we compare it to other channels such as ads. If you do it better, if you do it well, if you engage with your audience, and if you have your branding set in place, then I think social media can be a very cost effective channel to generate revenue. So this is the result that we social media matters for business. Because yeah, business owners, they think that okay, we have done one posting of our product or of our services. Why aren't we getting any sales? Come on, there are plethora of brands just like you, who are posting the same shit. Why should we buy from you? So it's like again, please be sure that if you are going to start social media marketing for your business, it is going to take time. And if you are being consistent, then you will see your results. You have to be consistent for at least 6 months to see the result. And when we say consistent means you're consistent in your posting, consistent with your interaction with your audience. So hence you have to be patient when you are handling social media for business. We'll start with brand identity. What is brand identity? Again, it's the overarching writing style and visual language your business uses to communicate with the world. I'll give you an example, such as Nike. So Nike, again, when we think of Nike, Nike is a very cool brand. So if you go onto their social media channels, you will see that they often, collaborate with sports influencers. Their language is also like very, what you call it, inspiring. Just do it. If not today, when? And if you see, their entire campaign, their entire social media marketing is surrounding motivation, sports, enthusiasm. So you have to define. So basically, a brand identity is that you decide what your values are. Uh, how would you want to communicate with your audience? What is the one thing that you believe in? And once you have decided all of this, then the document that you prepare, articulating your vision, mission, and your tone and voice, your target audience, and that actually gives you an idea of how would you want your audience to perceive you, how would you want your audience to know you, and also how would you want your audience to yeah, basically, yeah, make a perception about you. So that is what the brand identity is in a nutshell. Okay, so building a strong brand identity. Again, it is not limited to, but this is just an idea. Of course, when we talk about brand identity, it does include values and behavior, mission as well. But just to be careful, when we say, what happens is many times now brands are like, okay, we believe in sustainability, but they on their website they have written it in bold that okay, we believe in sustainability, but they have no what do you call, proof that whether they invest in sustainability, whether they do something about sustainability or not. So this is the common pitfall. You have to, if you say that you believe in sustainability, you believe in equal rights, show it in your work, show it through your work. It should reflect in your digital language, and basically you should give a proof, present data analytics, or the cause that you are supporting. So yeah, so be very careful when you decide your brand. So as you can see, the color palette. So this is the one drink brand. Now, when we decide the color, so you decide your brand's personality. Okay, so my brand is, for example, a sustainability brand. Then a sustainability green color, because it has related to do with the earth. So this is how you decide. Or and 3 to 4 brand personalities: sustainability, peace is white color. And then, so this is how brands usually choose. So you can see the color palette, because again, juice has to do something with the health, so they have shown the orange color, purple color. If you see B2B brands, they mainly use blue color or gray color. Why? Because blue is the color of trust, and gray is the color of professionalism. So they actually think it through. So when you decide your color palette, also please make sure that what each color stands for. That is very important for you to know. Choosing the right social media platforms. Now, that day me and Fulaki, we were talking about it, that brands, the small brands especially, they are on every channel. And they are thinking, oh my god, where the hell my audience is? I'm not getting any engagement, nobody is interacting with my content. And the one common mistake that we make is, first of all, we try and use all the channels at once, post all the content, one content across all platforms. So I think we should definitely avoid doing that. And before you start your social media marketing, I think you should also know about each channel, the kind of audience is there. For example, Facebook. So Facebook is very good for broad audience. Like, my in-laws are there, my parents, my grandpas and grandmothers are there, and the young generation is also there. So Facebook has got everybody. Why? Because Facebook was also the first social media channel. So hence, Facebook has broad audience. So if you are planning to basically launch, I think Facebook is a great platform to basically cover a wide variety of audience, for especially if you have a B2C brand. If you are into jewelry business, or any B2C brand, then Facebook is great for that. Moving on to Instagram. Instagram is good for visual branding and younger demographics. When I say younger demographics, Instagram is usually used by millennials and Gen X. So if you have a fashion brand or clothing brand, or you are a travel vlogger, then use Instagram. Moving on to LinkedIn, if your product is something that is SaaS product, a software product, or you are into professional teaching, or you are from the educational, you provide educational training, then target LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is full of B2B and profession. LinkedIn is good for B2B marketing and professional networking. And also, you can use LinkedIn for your own personal branding as well. Moving on to Twitter. Twitter is good for quick customer engagement, real time updates, and customer service. Twitter is good for two things. One is, if you want to know what people are talking about, the trending topic, Twitter is good for that. If you want to create content for your own social media platform. And the second is, if you want to basically interact with your audience, so go and check Burger King's Twitter, McDonald's Twitter. You will get to see they actually engage with their audience on a daily basis, because it's like it's quick, and they often engage with their audience in a fun and interactive manner. Moving on to TikTok, I think I do not need to let you guys know about the TikTok. You guys probably know better than me. TikTok is for creative and younger audience, and you can create short clip, long clip, and basically you can go as creative as you can go with the TikTok. So choosing the right platform, this is in a nutshell, that what each platform is good for. I think the universal problem that comes, especially with small to mid-sized business owners, is content. So, so I think you can create educational content. First of all, you can use create tools like Canva. Canva is good for creating educational content, such as how to's. For example, you have skincare, cream. Why to use this serum during winters? How to use inspirational would be, again stories, testimonials. Testimonial content is something you also use to build credibility. Promotional content is promoting your sales or just your product features. And moving on, it's entertaining content will be memes or anything that is going on in the pop culture. We call it related, yeah, memes and relatable content. And also make sure that your on social media your content has 80 to 20 margin. 80% you basically write value driven content and 20% promotional. Do not go overboard with promotions. One more thing, but creating content, it looks difficult, but it is not. I'll just very shortly I'll cover it. So there is one thing which is known as repurposing your content. For example, you have created a blog, how to's. I will basically I gave you an example of how to basically use XYZ serum to fight with wrinkles. What you can do is you can also create a carousel post for Instagram. You can also create an infographic out of the same blog. So you can convert that content in a short clip. So creating content is actually not that hard as long as you're doing as long as you're repurposing your content. Repurpose is very important, especially for SMEs, because we do not have an access to a plethora of content or the talent. Okay, managing your social media with confidence. Again, when we create content, we have to make sure that we are responding to comments and messages promptly. I have seen this thing many times, many brands, that brands do not engage with their audience. Please do engage with your audience, because you are not going to build a what do you call connection with your audience. I'll give you an example. So there was this brand that I worked for, medical technology. Now it's a very big brand, like within their niche, because it was a 70-year-old company. Basically, clinicians, these people were creating the content with their medical device. And the social media manager, he or she wasn't basically acknowledging or liking nothing. And then I took charge of that social media. He left the company. Then I took charge of their social media account. What I did was, whenever somebody tagged a customer tagged using the medical device, I used to reshare the story. And then you reshare their story. So what happened was, they felt that, oh, the brand is actually they used to feel special, exclusive. Okay, they are sharing my story, and then reshare used to happen. So what happened that once I have reshared that customer content, everybody else followed. Everybody started tagging us in their post, and I started resharing their content, resharing their story, resharing their content in our story. So what happened was, slowly I built up a community, an Instagram community, where audience felt part of the brand. And also in it also yeah, community engagement, it helped in engagement, and also it also helped in sales. So we have to make sure that we are continuously engaging with our audience, because social media is again called social media for a reason. Analyzing, yeah, but please make sure that you're tracking every post. This post has performed well. What was good with this post? This post did not perform well. What could have been the reason? Learn from analytics, analyze your report, learn from it, and yeah, basically make an informed decision when it comes to social media marketing and content creation. Then just blindly following uh, the trends. Stay updated with trends. I don't think I need to say this thing to you guys. Collaborate with influencers or micro influencers. Collaborate with your customers. Ask your customers to when they buy your products, to please share it on their social media. It will help your brand in building up a credibility and getting more customers. So please encourage your customers, basically, when they buy a product from you, to please talk about it on their social media. Then you just say it, okay, you'll get 10% discount on your next purchase. I don't think it is going to be hard. Again, you have to use your own company policy and all, but this is the easiest way to basically build trust and build credibility, improve engagement, on social media. Test, I think I have already discussed it. Test and optimize your content strategy regularly. Engage with your followers. Again, we're doing all of this. When I say stay updated with trends, just do not hop onto every trend under the sun. You also have to make sure that it aligns with your brand. What, I'll give you an example. So there was this brand who were into a flood relief, basically providing relief to people who get impacted by flood. Now this brand, the owner, he was like, he just wanted to go viral. He was like, no, I have to go viral, I have to go viral, and then the agency was like, see, again, it can backfire. You can't go viral because of the nature of the business you are in. And this guy did not listen, because again, SMEs have this thing where everybody thinks that they know marketing, but actually they don't. So what that guy did, he took a short clip of the flood and people who were basically got impacted. Of course, they were in not in a good situation, or in a not in a good condition, I would say. And then he put a trending TikTok music in that video, and posted it on TikTok. Now the video went viral, but for all the wrong reasons. Because you just do not make a mockery of somebody else's pain. So that is how, even though they did not intend it to, but they were so desperate to go viral that it just backfired. So hence, please make sure that the trend that you are going to use aligns with your brand personality. Common mistakes to avoid: posting without a plan. I think ignoring analytics and audience feedback, overusing hashtags, or being overly promotional. One thing, please, there is a difference: the amateur brand and the expert brand. The one thing that I look at, if I'm going on a social media and if I see a brand has 30 hashtags, I just know that this brand has no idea how does social media work. Basically, please do the research. What are the type of content under each hashtags are, and make sure that you're only using 4 to 5 relevant hashtags, because overusing hashtags just makes you look tacky as a brand. So please avoid using a plethora of hashtags, no matter what people say. Investing in ads when needed. Again, social media marketing, it is cheap, but again, it's a common misconception that it's free. So if you think that, if you get a chance, please invest some money in basically organizing paid ads to basically reach more audience, for brand awareness, or for conversion, or for any desired action that you want your audience to take. And then, in a nutshell, top 6 ways to expand your brand on social media. Basically, consistency, I already discussed it. Be consistent. When I say consistency, doesn't mean that you have to post it or post on social media on every day. Just make sure that, okay, I can only post twice a week. Then basically, you are posting twice a week, and you don't have to post, and or even once a week, but please be consistent. Next is platform. We have discussed, choose the right platform. Just do not try and be on every freaking platform because it looks appealing. And then reputation. How do you build up a reputation? You build up a reputation through your content, through your branding, through the way you engage with your audience. Moving on to visuals, we have discussed that creating visuals is not that hard once you have learned how to repurpose your content. It is actually pretty easy. I would say, if you guys want to get an idea of what content repurposing is, go to Google. Just type content repurposing HubSpot. HubSpot has beautifully explained what content repurposing is. It is actually pretty easy when you follow social media rules, and when you have got your branding in set, then yeah, you do basically end up increasing your followers base. Again, that should not be the metric. I think gaining followers is like a vanity metric. So I think you should focus on the having a right audience and basically nurturing those right audience through your content strategy and through your engagement by just yeah answering their concern. So yeah, this is it. Please ask me any question.
With confidence, and we have experts, digital marketing specialists in the house that will also be contributing, that will be interacting with. Akanksha has vast experience in digital marketing as a whole with MSc and an ongoing MBA. She has great passion for social media and she has worked with different brands. Akanksha, it's good to have you join us this morning. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing good. Thank you for the introduction.
Given the kind of profession that we are in,
Yeah,
is a continuous learning profession, which I always also tell the member of this community that
yeah,
you can't stop learning.
yeah.
And the beauty about learning is that it puts you out there doing the right thing all of the time because you get to remember things that are important that would generate results for you eventually. Awesome.
Thank you.
So before I go into more like a summary and then maybe add a little bit of my thoughts to
Yeah.
what you have spoken to so far.
I learned a lot about social media, and I must say this is a beautiful one. I want to appreciate you guys for bringing us together for this wonderful section. My question is about hashtags. You know, I'm on
Yeah.
LinkedIn, and I know people talk about hashtag. When you are posting, you add hashtags to for more visibility and
Mm-hmm.
reach. And know the right way to use it, when to add it, and when not.
Sure. So I'll start with LinkedIn hashtags. I'll go to artificial
Okay.
intelligence. Okay. So as you can see, these are the posts. Now, why these posts? They have used this hashtag, but it's only 5 likes or 2 likes. And but this one has got 528 likes. So there is a reason. What happens is AI, artificial intelligence, is the most popular hashtag on LinkedIn. You type artificial intelligence, you will see some posts that have got plethora of impressions and likes, where some posts are stale. Why does that happen? Number one, artificial intelligence hashtag has millions of posts. If you have got probably I would say 4 or 5,000 followers, and they have started interacting it, then your post will get visibility. Otherwise, if you are an account, and by the way, same principle goes for Instagram as well. If you have an account that has got less than 5,000 followers or less than 2,000 followers, then avoid using the hashtag that has got millions of posts under it. In fact, be strategic about it. Use hashtags within the same niche, but that has got 20K posts under it, 10K posts under it. You can find a balance, use the big ones as well, use the small ones. But this is the reason that hashtags, people think that it is not working, because you have a small account on you, and you are targeting you are using hashtag that has got millions of posts under it. So that is one of the reasons. So you have to be strategic about it. Use mid to small post hashtags as well, and the millions as well. Yeah, I hope I have answered your question.
I sound better now. Thank you so much. Question about color palette. So, can you talk more on colors? I
Yeah.
mean, when you are branding, choosing your colors and all that.
How do we decide color palette? First of all, go and please study each color. What does each color represent, right? For such as green is an earthy color. It represents balance, sustainability. Blue is a color of professionalism. White is a color of peace. Red is a color of love, energy, energetic, aggression. So, find out the color, the meaning of each color, and also Now, how do we decide the color? Color palette, a nice color palette. Because, if you think that, your color is basically, your brand is energetic and vibrant, then mixing it red and yellow will be like, too loud. So if you want to create a nice color palette, then you do a research. For example, which color will go good, with red, or, my brand represents energetic, professionalism, and sustainability. So these are the three colors: red, gray, blue. And now, what are the shades, which will go with these ones? So you'll need to go in the color. Canva has color course in their resource section. You'll go and you'll find it there. But just learn about the color theme, which color represent what, and which color would go better with what.
Okay. So let me quickly add or decide on good colors that would work together. It's beyond knowing the meanings of each colors. Is ability to also effectively combine the colors that will work together. Individual meaning still speaks to your brand identity, like what you want to be known for out there, what you want your brand to be known for. And this is associated with personal branding, which is now what everybody is doing or everybody is meant to do. So even if you're not a business owner, you need to brand yourself as an individual for what you want to be known for. The meanings of each of those colors must also align with what you want to be known for, either as a personal brand or as a business. If you want your business to be known for sustainability, like much of what Akanksha had been saying over time, you have to make sure that your brand has some shade of green in it. Back to your question, for a new business, it shouldn't be all about brand awareness because you're new, you need to sell to scale the business. For a new business, it still has to be balanced. It's just that you might want to, for instance, create more of awareness content than the others. But you must make sure you have a content plan that cuts across all for the purpose of business sustainability because you need to generate revenue even with your social media activities. And in getting that balance done, that is the essence of content planning. That is the essence of doing research. So you have to, number one, understand your brand. Then, number two, go on research as to the people that are already playing in the niche and they are doing well. What kind of content are they posting? What kind of words are they using? So you need to do some sort of analysis, make sure that you're serving all the content in a balanced way. That is why for every brand, even small businesses, you must make sure you have a customer journey map. Create one for yourself and the importance of it. We are also going to discuss that. So if you have a customer journey already mapped, you are able to also use that to create content effectively for each of your buyer journey. So you will know that for a new customer that I'm trying to attract, these are the kind of content I need to create. So you take care of them. For customers that have been with you for a while, observing you, but yet to buy, you need to put content that will ginger them. Let's use that Nigerian language, that will ginger them to buy from you, consideration content. And for the one that have already bought from you, you need to create content that will make them buy again, retention content. You even need to create content for advocacy. So maybe we now need to also talk about the entire customer journey when it comes to customer interacting with a business end to end. That will also help us in creating the right content that we cut across the funnel. And at the end of the day, you are not only creating awareness as a new business, but you are also speaking to your bottom line. You are generating revenue even from the very get-go, from the start. High sufficient. I don't know if I've been able to answer your question. We can ask follow-up question. Yeah. I'll start with number one because I was actually taking notes. So for marketing strategy for SME, you have to create a marketing strategy, and creating it means that whatever you're creating must align with the business goal of the business that you are creating it for. We don't have already prescribed marketing strategy that somebody can choose. It is actually written. It is worked on based on the business goal, based on the business context, based on the vision, mission, value proposition of the business you are trying to create a marketing strategy for. So it has to be worked on. Asked about how to be able to maintain the same tone across all the buyer's journey, right? This is also part of being able to have articulated the right strategy from the beginning. So tone is what the business has decided based on the way Akanksha had explained it earlier. It is the way a business wants to be perceived, the way the business wants to sound to people. So if you want to sound friendly, there's nothing stopping you from using that friendly tone from the beginning to the end, like across your buyer's journey. And in determining a friendly tone, if your content is being created by a professional, we will know how to effectively infuse this friendly tone across all the content that you create. So for every business you work on, you have to sit down and determine what will work for that business. You can't take what you use for a particular business and use this for the other business. No, every marketing has to be tailored for each business, right? I think I answered your question, but please ask follow-up question. Yeah. And I believe that we have learnings. So just a quick recap of everything that we've been able to talk about today. We talk about branding, understanding all brand colors before deciding which one aligns with your brand. And then you are able to project the right brand identity out there to attract the kind of customer you want to attract. Then I believe choosing different platforms were actually explained in details by Akanksha, but you can always, come up with more questions more questions about all the different platforms so that you are able to deepen your understanding about every platform that we have out there that business owners can use or you can use for your client as a digital marketing specialist. Social media management. We're going to talk about in specifics the expected way that social media should be managed in 2025 in our next session. So I've done some research around that. There are certain contents that they are expecting business owners to focus on to generate impact for their business, to generate revenue. And there are ways you're supposed to be interacting with your customers as well that will generate results. That will be all, except there are questions, observations. Thank you all.